Today, I thought we'd take a look at a tool you may not have seen before. Today we're going to be looking at a 150mm micrometer. And to be more specific, it's the 104 series from Mitutoyo. This series of micrometers have a really interesting party piece, but we'll get to that shortly. I recently picked this one up from an online auction for a fraction of what it would have been worth new. Okay, before we go any further, let's talk about what a micrometer is. It's a precision measurement device, often used by machinists. For example, checking diameters on parts you're turning in the lathe. Okay, let's take a quick look at the parts of a micrometer. Okay, first up we've got the frame. Followed by this we've got the anvil, which you measure against. The micrometer head. This is broken into the spindle, the thimble, and the ratchet. Right, with that all out of the way, let's take a good look at it. So most micrometers have a range of 25mm. So if you wanted to cover a range of 50 to 150mm, you'd need to buy a 75mm, 100, 125 and 150mm micrometer. And that's a lot of expense for multiple micrometers you may only use once a year. And that's not to mention the storage space. And most home shops are pressed for space. So what if there was a micrometer that could cover a greater range? Well, that's what we're looking at today. So the party piece of this micrometer is it has interchangeable anvils. In the case of this set, it has 4, and these each cover a range of 25mm. You can also get a 150mm set that goes all the way to 0, with 6 interchangeable anvils. But in my workshop, I've already got a 25 and a 50mm micrometer, so the 50 to 150 is perfect for me. I would say if you had the larger set, measuring small diameters could be quite limiting with the size of the frame of this. So the anvil itself slides into the holder with a small key slot and has a threaded thumb knob to retain it. The accuracy of the interchangeability seems to be quite accurate, which I'd expect coming from Mitutoyo. This set also comes with a set of test standards, so let's give it a check. I've got the longest of the anvils fitted, so we'll be using the 50mm standard and extending the spindle fully. Right, let's see how we go. Okay, so we're 0.005 of a millimeter out, which is very close and repeatable. I've had this apart and back together again several times and came up with the exact same number. So with a quick adjustment, you could get this thing bang on. Right, next up, let's compare the anvil with a standard anvil from another Mitutoyo micrometer. Then we can really see what's different about this one. When I purchased this, I knew that the anvils were interchangeable, but I didn't know how they actually changed. And actually suspected that it was a standard 150mm micrometer with additional anvils. But as you can see with this 50mm version, the anvil's completely different and quite unique to the 104 series. This one's obviously been around a few years, and from what I can see online, the current version has a slightly different anvil attachment, but it's pretty similar. Now let's have a quick look at the micrometer head. This all appears to be exactly the same, though I think the current model has a plastic ratchet knob, but that's nothing to be worried about. Right, let's have a look at what comes in the box. We've got the test standards, 50, 75, 100 and 125mm. We've then got the anvils for the 4 size increments. Mine came with the rubber protective packaging still on them. They've obviously been carefully removed and reinstalled to help protect them. I'm expecting the current version comes in a plastic box, as I don't think they've been doing the wooden box for quite some time. So as a wrap up, would I have bought this new? Certainly not for a home workshop. These are really quite pricey new, and I've been hunting for quite some time to find a deal on a second hand one. Beyond that, if you're looking for a larger range micrometer, this could be something worth considering. Especially if you spot one in an auction and no one else bidding knows what it is. Maybe you'll find a deal like I did. If you didn't know these existed, now you do. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like this, covering tools you may not have heard of before, vote with the like button. And if enough of you are keen, I'll bring these out while I'm working on the next episode of my main project, the Fill Engine project, where I'm building a 3.5-inch gauge live steam locomotive to my own drawings. Anyway, that's all for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and I'll catch you next time.